Welcome to Recreational Knitting. I have a finished object. Come on and see what we've got. End of almost a 4-year trip in our RV. Hence the name, Recreational Knitting. If you've been with me for a while, thank you so much. Thank you to all who have supported me financially through Ko-Fi. I do appreciate it. If you'd like to, go to my Ko-Fi page, which is linked below. Make a little donation. I'd be very, very happy if you could. We are currently at the end of our trip. We did all 48 states without killing each other in our RV, 39-foot motorhome, and lived to tell the tale. We're currently in the middle of buying a home near Flagler Beach, Florida, and we're just waiting for loan approval and all of that that goes with it. Welcome to you who have found me by accident or however you found me. I'm really glad to have you here. Everybody is welcome. Knitters, crocheters, stitchers, quilters, anybody that loves crafting. We do mostly knitting here though. But if you like yarn, I do show some yarn. I really need to stop buying yarn, but you're gonna see new yarn here and there. So, yeah. Anyway, I have a finished object. Here we go. I don't have it on. It's currently in the summer sun of and neck. It was 5-stitch I-cord, and on the bottom hem it was 7-stitch I-cord. It just gets really old. So it is currently on the drying mats blocking, and if you've never thought that you have a different gauge when you go in the round as back and forth knitting, that garment will prove to you that that is a real thing. So, yeah. So hopefully the blocking will help. Up here, started on the neck and came to here. And if I do this again, which I likely will do, I will do it on a different size needle. I'll be on one lower, and then switch when I go round in the round to the larger needle. Yeah, there's definitely a difference. At least in my knitting. So that's the basic organic tee, and I'll put a picture in here. Here's my finished tee blocking. And it's still wet. Gotta love humidity. It's made with Style Craft cotton bamboo, DK weight. Highly recommend the yarn. It's great. Hopefully it'll be dry soon. So I have a finished object finally, and that was a big one because I really wanted the article of clothing to wear. I have a hoe. I'm hoping that many of you also have a hoe at this point, which is a half-finished object. This is the tutorial and pattern that we used for the tutorial. I have my unblocked sock, and I actually cast on for the second sock, but as you can see, I haven't done much at all. So I'll be working on that. I have a doctor's appointment this weekend, and likely I will take that. This is made with let me think about it, Kabasi. This skein was splittier than the other skeins that I've used in the past. Don't know if it's the color. I still like the fabric. It's made with cotton, bamboo, and silk. So that's a nice combination for summer weather, and hence the shorties. Not enough to make a second sock, so that's why I've cast on this. And these will likely go into toes or something. Anyway, I have a hoe. He only gets one at that point for a hoe. So, and I'm starting to sweat. Not a lot of breeze. I'm currently in the butterfly garden here at the state park that we are volunteering at, Gamble Rogers. And if at the end of this I can capture some beautiful butterflies, I've seen about 4 since I've been sitting here. But it's all native plants to Florida to attract them. It's really pretty. I don't know a thing about butterflies, and I really need to find out. Now on to whips. Now, it wouldn't be recreational knitting if I didn't have an anchor sweater on the needles. Am I right? Yeah. And I'm doing some good progress on this. The last couple of, well, I've made 4 of these. 4, 5, I don't know, 4, I think 4. And each one I've made a 3X, which is way bigger than I would typically use with a different designer. I usually would wear an extra large, and I've lost a few pounds recently. So I decided I would cast this on in a 2X. Yeah, this is a 2X. And this is on gauge, and this is made again with my Remix Light from Barocco. Again, I really, really like it. It's made with, let me see if I can grab. It is made, if you're new and not seen this, I really recommend this for summer knitting. It's a fingering sport weight. It's 30% nylon, 27% cotton, 24% acrylic, 10% silk, and 9% linen. And I don't know whether you can really see the nubs in there, but it comes out kind of tweedy, which I love. And this is, I believe, the smoke is what they call it when I've seen it listed online. It's also color 6930. I usually have to go into this third one to do the sleeves, and I think I might be using less of it since I'm making a smaller size, but I'll still probably have to tap into that third skein. I'm currently on the ribbing, which will likely be a little longer. This is where I was the last time I showed you, which has been a while, but I've made significant progress. It's just round and round knitting and, you know, easy peasy watching TV stuff, which is just process knitting to me, which I adore. That's why I'm in it. The side benefit is having garments and pretty things at the end of that. So I think that's all I need to say about that. It's just going to be a little smaller size. The other ones seem to be a little loose, even though loose is good in hot weather. So the one that you haven't seen recently, except if you've watched my daily vlog that I made this week, I did show this. This is my Salty Air Tea by Samantha Gurin. Again, probably butchered her name. It is a short sleeve tee. She recommends, let's see if I can find what she used. As far as yarn, I can't find it. But I am using, I think I've left that back at the ranch. I am using Knitalong Alba. This will be a winter-ish knit for me here in Florida. It is merino, alpaca, luxury tweed blend. It also has viscose in it. It has 50% wool, 20% alpaca, and 30% viscose. Nice blend. It's soft, very soft. And when I did my cheater swatch, okay, I did do a swatch for this. It's much softer than, once you wash it up. So I think, once fall, winter gets here, this will be a great knit. I tried it on the other night and I took a picture of myself after I had been wearing this at Knit Group. So we're getting towards the end of this, and I'll be maybe an inch or two away from some ribbing. I don't like things too short. This is a crop version. I always add things to crop version because I'm old and I have a belly. So those of you that are 30-something have that crop version. It's great. It's cute. And I really don't wear dresses, even though I have a linen dress that this would look lovely with as a cropped version, but I think I'm just, a pair of capris, pair of jeans, it'll be great. So that's that. I told you what yarn that was, and I'm making good progress on that. So those two sweaters, I've been working on all summer. I'm pleased with the progress. I think things are going well, and I should be finished these two within a month, I would think. If I had the monogamous knitting, I could be done one in 1 week and one in another, but I have too many things that I like to do. So there you go. All right. And the last thing that I'm showing you really is a new cast on that I cast on at the cast on party that I hosted with Valorie Fisher. If you don't know Valorie, Valorie has a podcast, A Visit with Nana and Papa, that she does with her husband. She's quite talented. She's also doing a knit along for first time sweater knitters. So check her out. She's doing 2 Tiff Nealon patterns. One is Vibes, and I cannot for the life of me think of the other one because I'm not doing that one. I'm doing the Vibes with her. And if you're interested in learning how to do a sweater, I would suggest Valorie. She's very good at tutorials. She's very good at explaining. She has designed. I think she's been in test knitter. Well, I know she's been a test knitter, but also an editor. And she's an all-around talent. So if you are hesitant about knitting in that first sweater, you might want to check her out and see if you can get in. I think things start September the 2nd. There will be Zoom meetings. There will be probably other tutorials available. So check it out. Now this next item is the one that I did for the cast on party. Oh, let's see, I'll show you. It's called the Tank RT. Let me show you a beautiful picture. Of course, I'm not ready. Worst podcaster ever. Where's my picture? Where's my picture? Here is a picture of the Tank RT. And that is by Annalita Juti, and she also has a podcast. Anajuta Knits. I butchered that likely, so apologies. So I have completed the back, which I've knitted in the drops, which she has also knitted it in. This is the petrol color, and this is how it goes. And then here where the markers are, I think we will sew the front to the back. This is where I think we will pick up in the round when I'm finished the front. And this is how far I've gotten with the front. Not as far as I'd like, but it's still doable. So those are 3 lovely garments that I can't wait to wear here in the hot Florida sun. So I've been busy. I'm hoping that you've been busy doing all the fun things that you want to do. Hopefully I'll have another sweater finished for the next podcast. In between, I'm going to be doing a couple podcasts of sorts that I've done some digging and done some home decor, fall kinds of things that you can knit, and then some cozy fall knits that you can start soon. Doesn't seem like pumpkin spice season is upon us, but because I think it's 100 degrees here today. But yeah, I think that you will soon be longing for that cozy knit. So I'm going to put together a little podcast of some patterns that some are free, some are paid. So watch out for that. And in the meantime, I wish you all a wonderful week of knitting. Hopefully I'll be a little bit better about posting. We've been pretty busy since we've been here at this park. I'm working close to 20 hours every week, and while that doesn't sound like much in the scheme of things, as people work normally 40 hours, when you're retired, you know, it's still working, and it's 20 hours that I could be doing other things. So, that being said, my hours are going to be reduced a bit, probably to around 14 hours. So I'll have a little bit more chance to knit and to do a little more exploring of the area. And I'm going to leave you today with my current surroundings, which are the butterfly garden and also the intra-coastal waterway in Florida, which is in between the Atlantic Ocean there, and then there's a barrier that runs all up and down the coast and then inland, and in between there is the intra-coastal, and that's where we have a lot of fishing, a lot of boating, no swimming because alligators don't like brackish water, and oftentimes many of the inlets and little creeks are brackish. Alligators like fresh water. So, on that note, I will leave you again with good vibes and knit in peace. This is the butterfly garden, and in it we have a variety of native plants to Florida. blooms, birds, and butterflies. So in this we have bull thistle, goldenrod, lantana, milkweed, and beautyberry, and saw palmetto. Saw palmetto is something that they will harvest for prostate related. They think it helps with prostate problems. And this is actually what the saw palmetto looks like. And the berries are cherished by deer, bear, and turkey. And anybody trying to harvest those from any state or federal land, it's an automatic, I think, a year in the slammer, so don't try it. We've had to call Fish, Wildlife, and Game about it several times, because there is another state park that has a lot of them. This is porterweed. I'm not seeing any of butterflies today. Usually if it's a cool day, you might see quite a few.